Greetings, dear suckers! My name's Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And welcome back, once again, to Scarlet Hollow. Why did I say once again? Whatever. Last time... what did we do last time? Something important, I'm sure. Well, I'm sure you know. So don't need to waste any more time faffing about it. Faffing about... you know what I mean. Let's go. But days and daughters come and go, and you are very patient. You have to be, if you're to stop the hurt that would scar a world without you there to guide it. And now you are here, on the cusp of the end. The final daughter. The eternal daughter, no. Joe Bob? What are you doing here? What? Why is it... Hang on. Don't know why it went on without me. What are you doing here? Are you real? That crap. Stop going on ahead without me. No, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're a dream or not. I've already made my decision anyway. Don't bother trying to talk me out of it. Now, maybe if I load... I finally have a real purpose. And now that I know what that purpose has always been, I can't go back. Or it would hang over me for the rest of my stupid, small life. There's gotta be something fucking with that. Hang on. Auto forward time. Why is it auto advancing? There we go. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. What decision? Did you not just go through that whole life story thing? Was that just me? Life story thing? It was a story, sure, but was it really a life? Was it really anything at all? Look, I'm going to do what I was born to do. I'm going to save lives, Joe Bob. More than most people could in a lifetime. How do we know any of that really happened? And how do we know any of that was true, anyway? What was all of that? The truth of memory, pah. And even if it was all true, what kind of picture does it paint of her? A woman utterly deranged by visions that may or may not have even come to pass? Who thinks she's entitled to absolute control over everything? Because that's what this power must be, if it can do even a fraction of what that story claimed it could. To do what with? She crushed a revolution in its infancy because she believed, based on her visions, that it would lead to decades of war and bloodshed. What right did she have to do that? What fucking right? But let's begin with the obvious. How do we know any of that really happened? Doubt all you want, but I'm not taking that chance. And if I showed you a puppet show about how making this decision will doom all of reality? Because if I turn back now, I'll know everything my mom could have stopped will be my fault. Yes. And if you don't devote yourself to the flying spaghetti monster, your eternal pasta-based torment will also be your fault. What exactly is she trying to prevent? Do you even know? There's a reason why everyone in that story was represented as puppets. Marionettes even, I think. And there's a reason why I read all of that in such a flat, monotone voice. Or at least I tried to. Yes. Yes, that's what happened last time. Why did I forget? Oh well. That thing that Enoch brought, whatever it is, breaking out and causing havoc. And all those disasters my mom would be able to stop if she takes its power for herself. All those disasters, huh? What? The floods, the plagues, the revolutions, the... Is she... No, that doesn't add up. For a moment, she reminded me of the man who became the narrator from Slay the Princess. But no, that doesn't add up. His goals were far more sympathetic. Saner. And that's saying a lot. I'm so much smaller than all of that. No, you fucking aren't! There is nothing in the world greater than yourself. But in this moment, I can be what stops it. I can be big enough. My life can be meaningful. No, it can't be. Do you really feel like you have to sacrifice yourself for your life to have meaning? Do you really think that would give your life meaning? Lives only have meaning from the inside, you know. If that. Working at a shitty little general store in a dying town? Yes. I would call that pretty meaningless. You know, I don't think I've ever seen you without glasses before. It suits you. Huh? What's confusing about that? Of course. I should have known better than to think I could hide from you, Joe Bob. Indeed. I wasn't trying to trick you, for what it's worth. Though I'm sure that doesn't sound very truthful. Please try to trust that this is all in your best interests. I don't believe either of those things, never mind that they're separate statements. I'd hoped it would all be over before you could find me. I know it can be unpleasant to watch. I'd hoped to spare you, even if I knew in my heart that all the worthwhile roads for you to walk would bring you here right before I could finish my work. But you know this has to be done. To save you. To save Tabitha. To save everyone in town. I don't believe I do know that. Haven't they all been stuck long enough? Have they? Kanika can't save them on her own. But I can. And what does that even mean? Save them. Save them from what? This current disaster? Every possible disaster to come? Themselves? Why don't you just put the whole world in a bottle, Sybil? I wish this wasn't how this had to be, but it's the only way your story gets a happy ending. I don't want a happy ending, Sybil. I don't think it should have an ending at all. She is telling the truth. A truth unstained by illusion. There is no witchcraft in her words, no trickery, at least none in her heart. Unless there's witchcraft sufficient to fool you, I suppose. But perhaps there remains a narrow path for you to walk. That's the spirit, Mystical. That's the spirit. Pun intended. Look at all these questions I could ask. This feels evil. Look at all these questions. Worthless, every last one of them. Speak the name that was carved into the cell wall. Of course, the scratching on the walls. This was what it was for. Joe Bob, no. You don't know what you're... You don't have to know how to speak it. The thought of it brings the sound to your lips, the name forcing its way out, yearning to be free from your mind, and used as the dagger it is. Oh my. Did you see that? Did you see that? The dagger tears into her. Everything that is not her pours out of the delicate tapestry of her existence. The parts she arranged so neatly, scattering. Their voices filling the dream around you. Confusion as her careful order is upended. A single dangling thread comes into focus. Joe Bob, wait. You can't see how this will benefit you because you don't understand the danger you're in. Your enemies have made sure you can't. Not until it's too late. I am the only one who wants to see you walk free. But I understand why you wouldn't trust me. Of course I do. I've had to weave my own little lies as part of this ridiculous game. Please know that I am not lying now. But even if you don't believe a word I've said about your own safety, I'll give you something else too. Something you need. As you are now, you're limited in your potential. There is so much more you could be. I could give that to you. Consider it a wish granted. I only need to finish what I started. Pull the thread. Pull the thread. Pull the thread. You ignore her offer. You grab the thread and pull. The delicate tapestry is unwoven. The witch's careful work torn open, if only momentarily, as her daughter's hands are finally unbound enough to grab for their mother. Their cries are a song, calling out as they drag her down into the depths of their mass, craving her warmth, her attention, her love, as it had been so long since she held them. Pull the thread and reverse the tale. The tapestry weaves itself shut around her. The cries grow quiet, sated. This is the way a world ends. This is what we were always meant for. Thank you, Joe Bob. Thank you. Kanika catches her breath in the space once occupied by her sisters. Now she stands alone. Though she isn't really alone. Not anymore. And she never will be. She wears the weave of all those generations of power. Someone has to. Look at those hands. Funny. Hello again for the first time, Kanika. What did you do to me? Did I? Welcome to the Dead Moms Club. A manic laugh breaks through her shock. You can't just say that to someone. I do believe that I can. And did. But it was funny. For the record, though, I don't think she's dead. She's still in here somewhere, like the rest of them. I'll leave that to the philosophers. Thank you very much. God, this is insane. Magic isn't supposed to be real. She let me say that so many times, all while she knew. Quite. Am I supposed to do what she was going to do? How do I even know what that is? She never told me anything, or taught me anything. Best not, to be honest. How am I supposed to save this town if I don't even know what's wrong with it? I don't know what's wrong with it, and I've been doing a bang-up job of saving it so far. I'm sure you'll figure it out. If not, well, that's what I'm here for. God, this is so much pressure. I never asked for this. I don't think I can handle it. Didn't you? You wanted to make your life meaningful. Well, here you are. We can figure this out together. That's what we've been doing all week, remember? More or less. You're right. You're right. We can figure this out. You made it all the way here, and did whatever it is you just did. Nothing is too much for us to handle. I didn't do much at all here, besides getting us here. That was your doing, Mystical, wasn't it? Just as you, Street Smarts, got us here without anyone having to die. And your siblings before you, and presumably after you. But you're right. Nothing is too much for us to handle. Not every last one of us. We'll be fine. We'll be better than fine. We'll be great. She takes a deep breath, collecting herself. We'll just take it one step at a time. First step, figure out how to get out of here. That's the spirit. Pun intended. It's weird. Everything felt slippery before, like I couldn't hold on to anything. But now it's like I can see how it's all put together, and where all the seams are. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. So if I just... You don't see whatever it is she was doing. The world around you goes dark. Indeed. You're moving, like a current is carrying you somewhere, buoying you upwards, your body ascending rapidly until finally, you surface. Well then. You're outside. It's raining. You have no idea where you are. Welcome back to the land of the living, Kanika. Fucking A. Tulip? Janie? Oh. Oh, that's the end. Wow. That was abrupt. I'm going to talk about abrupt endings, so... Why did I say that? What did I mean by that? Whatever. This is the end of episode 5. Only one major content update remains until the story reaches its conclusion in the final chapters. Oh, really? Episode 6 and 7 are gonna come out concurrently or something? Or... I don't know what that means. Whatever. Oh yeah, final release. For a moment I thought they were saying that there was only one episode remaining, but it says chapters, so... Welp. Alrighty then. That's that then. Please Slay the Princess or the game. I've done enough of that, thank you very much. Well, that's chapter 5 then. We took a circuitous route to get here, but we did it. We saved everyone with the help of our friendly traits, who are as much the protagonists of this game as I and Joe Bob are. I'm glad I chose to give them each their own unique voices. I didn't quite understand them fully back when I did that, but now that I understand them better, yes, that was right. The adventures of the Jack of all traits, savior of all, continue. And not even Sybil's shit could stop it. Nothing can. We will save Scarlet Hollow. The 9 of us. Together. Against the whole world and everything beyond it, if need be. Against every deranged Conrad Cursian abomination. Against monsters and worse. Against time itself. We shall take it all and give nothing back. And there is naught that can stop us now. But there is one thing that can give us pause, and that is the fact that there are no more episodes out yet. Alas. We took rather a bit longer than I meant to actually play this episode from its initial release, but never mind that. I don't know when the big final chapters will be coming out, but we shall be there. We shall continue to save all that needs saving, and casting down all that need be cast down. Unravel all that need be unraveled. Unpick it all at the seams if we have to. And we will never become a creature as wretched as she. So, until next time, whenever that will be, I have been Joe Bob. And I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you're for some reason subscribed, and leave an nasty comment in the comment section down below. Fuck you all so much for watching, and sayonara, suckers.